ThinkFun is a publisher that I like very much. I like many of their products. I played many of them. I played classics such as Rush Hour or, say, Chocolate Fix. And those are family puzzles. Those are puzzles that have many different challenges, and the easy ones can be played by children, and then the hard ones can really be hard and can be good challenges for adults. What I did not know is that they also seem to have some puzzles mainly for adults. Solitaire Chess is one such puzzle. Yes, it has 80 challenges and 4 progressive levels of play, but it seems to me that even the easiest levels, they're not necessarily gonna be accessible by most children. And then, it also, your children's mileage may vary. Maybe you played a lot of chess with your children, and that'd be different. This is a game that I personally enjoyed personally, so I played it by myself. It is a solitaire. It is solitaire chess, and it is not, it is not solitaire chess. Well, that's the name, of course, but it is not regular chess played against an AI. It is a solitaire game that uses game pieces that come from chess, and they move in the known ways that they do in chess, but it works differently. I'll show you how it works. You have these game pieces that are of hard plastic, and personally I like them very much. They are good looking. I like the color. I like the way they feel, so very good production values in my opinion. And then we have this booklet of challenges here. We also have a rule book, but I'll explain you the rules myself. We have a book of challenges divided in different levels from beginning, intermediate, advanced, and expert. And maybe you want to start from the beginning just as a way, to warm up. Anyways, whatever challenge you select, you will simply set it up by using the pieces that come with the game. In this case, ta-da, I already set up that challenge there. Very quick to set up. What you're trying to do is you will move pieces one at a time. The game pieces will move in the way they move in chess. So, for example, the bishop only moves diagonally, the knight does his weird L movement, and you're trying to be left with only one piece on the board. Also very important, each time that you move, you must capture somebody or something. So, for example, this move here would not be legal. I cannot do that move in solitaire chess. I could do this, but again, then I cannot go there or there. So there is a more limited number of options that you have. And you're trying basically, you move pieces one at a time. Remember, you need to capture every time that you move. And if you're left with only one piece on the board, you win the challenge. If you had 2 or more, then you lost and you need to, either you go in a corner and cry or try again. For example, suppose I'm playing here, then I move the rook here, and he goes here, then I move the bishop that way, and now I lost, and now I'm stuck, because I cannot see any way in which this one could capture this one, or this one could capture that one in a single move. Then I go to a corner, I cry, and when I come back, I try again, and maybe, spoiler alert, I'm gonna show you how I would solve this one, but it's beginner, you probably have seen it already by yourself. I do move this piece here that way, and then I move the knight here, and then the knight here. And this is how it works. The queen moves in a straight line or diagonally as far as she desires. The king moves only one space at a time in any direction. It is important the rules tell us that the king is the last piece on the board when the king is part of a challenge. For example, it wasn't in this one. And again, the rules tell us this is not a rule, it is a hint. So you already know when the king is on the board, the king is going to be the last game piece, and because of the way the king moves, that means that you will try to move pieces around until there is an area of pieces that are adjacent to one another, so the king can run around and capture all the remaining ones. The only thing that requires a bit of explanation is the pawn. The pawn, well, we know in chess moves by 1 or moves by 2 and captures diagonally. Here, remember, every time that a piece moves, it must capture something. So In truth, the pawn only moves diagonally by one space when capturing, and only in the direction opposite to the edge that you're looking at. So again, you place the book in front of you so that you can read the level of the challenge, and that means that the pawn can only move away from you by one space diagonally when capturing. So in this case, well, that would not be the case. This is the game, and I want to give you a sense of how it plays. Basically, I'm going to show you two scenarios, two challenges, an intermediate and an advanced one. For each, I'm going to set up the game, I'm going to show you the challenge, and I'm going to give you time to think about it. So you can just pause the video, try to come up with your own solution. You can set up a chessboard if you want. You can use pen and paper to draw your own diagram. So just try to solve it. Try to get a sense of how the game works. And then you press play again, and I'll show you the solution. And we'll do that for two scenarios. So again, just be ready, because we're going to start soon with the first challenge. Let's start with an intermediate challenge. This one looks neat because we have a queen, so we see how that works. And here we go. That is the challenge. It's not particularly hard, but hey, that's what intermediate means, right? And I'll give you this to have a lighter background. So this is how it works. Pause the video if you want to play along, if you want to give a try. Pause the video. Think how you would move the pieces one at a time until only one piece is left on the board. If two are left or more and you cannot capture them, then that's not the right solution. Take your time. Still there? Or are you back after you pause? Because now I'm going to show you how I would solve this. Well, first there is a psychological factor. I really want to use the queen to do something super mega powerful, because that's the way I'm thinking of the queen in regular chess. In solitaire chess, that may be a red herring. In fact, maybe the first move that you do is you kill the queen. And then you keep moving. And then look at this, what a single humble pawn can do. And that's the solution. Now, let's try an advanced one. And here we go. Now, let's try this one. We set it up, 2 pawns. There you go. Knight and knight. And done. Nice little cluster of people here. Let's see. How would you solve it? Take your time, pause the video, because, well, if you don't, I'm gonna give you the solution in a couple of seconds. If you pause it, it's gonna be, well, whenever you're ready to hear it. Ready? Steady? Here we go. First we move this piece here, then we jump there with the knight, then this bishop is gonna go on a bit of a killing spree. Oopsie. Leaving it finally to the knight to clean things up. And this is how it works. This is how you play solitaire chess. So, solitaire chess. Well, I hope that those of you that really are into chess are not gonna be disappointed after seeing that this game really has little to do with chess. I cannot even call it a variant, because the gap between traditional chess and this idea here in this game here is just so vast. It is a different game that uses some of the game pieces of chess and some of the movement rules, but other than that, it feels very different. There is nothing in common. But for what it is in itself, it is definitely an interesting little game, an interesting little puzzle. I definitely enjoyed playing it. The advantage of the game being solitaire, I can play wherever and whenever I want. I don't need to have anybody around. In fact, when I received this in the mail, I simply started one evening after my daughters were asleep. I said, I'm gonna play a couple of challenges, and before I knew it, it was really late at night. I played about 50 challenges, so really addictive. And then today, after I filmed my video review, I played another bunch of challenges just because, well, I felt like. So really, definitely a fun game. It is also a game that has very good production values, especially for a game that is so small, and also it is a very good travel game. If you're traveling and you want to carry with you, you could play it on an airplane. I guess you could even just bring the book with the challenges with you, and then, I don't know, in the hotel room where you are, you just use pieces of paper or coins or whatever else that you repurpose and you find there to make the game pieces. Or you dump the game pieces and the challenge book in a sandwich bag, and the whole thing travels with you. But in general, I'm impressed. I really had a good time. There is a lot of fun to be had with the stuff that you find in this small box. There are certain things that will emerge as you play, certain strategies. I'm not gonna tell you anything about that. I don't want to give you spoilers. Part of the fun is to realize, oh, wait a second, the game being set up this way, these being the rules, certain things will never happen, so I don't need to waste time analyzing those things. Again, no spoilers. If you want to know what those ideas are, PM me, so also you know that I'm not just making stuff up. I did develop some ideas. I don't want to spoil them for you, because again, it's so fun too. Not just to investigate, to take every single challenge, but also to see some of the possibilities of the general engine, or the general design. In general, Solitaire Chess was a lot of fun for me, and I suggest that you give it a try if you're into chess. I don't know, again, because the difference is so big, but if you're into puzzles, you're into challenges, you are into brain teasers, then Solitaire Chess definitely is a good option.